Northern Light Webcasting Network, in conjunction with Colfax High School, presents Viking Pregame, a look at today's Colfax Vikings game. And now, Viking Pregame.
Good evening, and welcome to our final edition of Viking Pregame for the 2021 football season. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studios, and we're getting ready to bring you Colfax Viking Football. Tonight, the Vikings will wrap up their 2021 campaign when they take on the 4-4 overall Glenwood City Hilltoppers. The Vikings are looking to finish the season on a high note by getting back into the winning column, while the Hilltoppers are looking to bounce back following their 24-10 defeat at the hands of the Boyceville Bulldogs. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Colfax Vikings and the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. Then we'll get Coach DeMo's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then we'll go out to Glenwood City High School, where we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. All that coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. Tonight, the Vikings will try to conclude their season on a note of success. This week, the Vikings will take on the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. The Vikings come into tonight's game with a record of 1 win and 7 losses, while the Hilltoppers come into tonight's game with a record of 4 wins and 4 losses. As their record might imply, the Hilltoppers have had an up-and-down season. They followed a season-opening loss with a pair of wins, followed by a pair of losses, followed by another pair of wins, only to be followed by last week's loss to Boyceville. In their loss last week to Boyceville, the Hilltoppers were led by junior running back Max Jansen, who rushed for 13 times for 75 yards. The Hilltoppers also gained an additional 70 yards through the air on the arm of senior quarterback Bryce Wickman, who accounted for most of those yards by hitting senior wide receiver Brady McCarthy and Jansen. Now, on the season, the Hilltoppers are led by the aforementioned Jansen, who is averaging over 72 yards per game on the ground. Wickman leads the way through the air, connecting on 48% of his passes, going 63 for 131 for 813 yards and 6 touchdowns. He has thrown 6 interceptions and has a quarterback rating of 64. His favorite target is McCarthy, who has 18 receptions for 346 yards and 3 touchdowns. On defense this season, the Hilltoppers are led by the junior linebacker Brady Klatt, who has 42 total tackles on this season. Defensively, the Hilltoppers have a balanced team effort, with 8 players having 21 or more total tackles. Now, last week, the Vikings dropped a game to the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. However, the 36-0 score was not indicative of the way the game was played. Aside from giving up 3 runs, which totaled 175 yards and 3 touchdowns, the Vikings played the Wolves evenly and moved the ball quite well up and down the field. They just couldn't seem to cap off drives with scores. Leading the way in that game for the Vikings on the ground was Aiden McKee, who gained 79 yards on 21 carries.
Gets straight up the middle. This is McKee again. He gets a little bit of an opening and gets across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. First down, Vikings.
That good run by McKee there.
The leading pass receiver for the Vikings was Elijah Ensminger, who had 2 receptions, accounting for 52 of the Vikings' 66 yards through the air.
Sikora drops back, looking over the middle. He's got Ensminger on a slant. Ensminger's across the 50 to the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Elijah Ensminger coming out of the fog and snagging the ball.
Now, coming up next, I caught up with Coach DeMoe at practice a little earlier this week, and we'll get his perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game between the Colfax Vikings and the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. All that coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Today we're talking with Viking head coach Matt DeMoe. Coach, last week the Vikings dropped one 36-0 to Elmwood Plum City, but you know, it sure seemed to me like, aside from a few big plays, you guys played pretty even with them.
Yeah, we definitely controlled the clock in the game. We had the ball more than they did. You know, their 4 or 5 plays were better than some of our plays, and they went a long ways, and that was the difference in the game. You know, our margin for error on offense and defense is so razor thin that we have to just be able to keep everything together, and as soon as we get a couple kids to not do their job, we're in trouble.
Well, in fact, there were 3 running plays that accounted for about 175 yards of their rushing. You know, another team scores an 80-yard touchdown run. Those are hard to come back from.
Yeah, we definitely needed to score on that, I think, second or third series that we had. You know, that would have made it 8-16. We needed to score there. That was a huge problem for us, and it was hard for us to bounce back after that.
And that one was right before halftime. It sure would have been nice going into halftime having put something on the board.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we got down to the 2, and we just made some mistakes, and yeah, it didn't work out for us.
And it didn't help that you could only see about half the game due to the fog. I don't know how you were able to see the plays on the other side of the field, but we had a heck of a time with that.
Yeah, it was difficult to see the marker, the down marker even. We needed that thing glowing or something because we really had to look down to the bottom of the stick to see what down it was.
So today the Vikings wrap up the 2021 season at Glenwood City, taking on the Hilltoppers. What can you tell us about that matchup?
You know, they run 2 different offenses, and they can, you know, switch it in the middle, or they can switch it series after series. They go from a spread look to more of a tight power look. So we need to be prepared for both of those, and you know, it just comes back to discipline. That's our talk all week: is be disciplined, do your job every play.
And in looking at their game last week against Boyceville, it sure looked like, and this is probably the 2 offenses you're talking about, they like to run the ball about as much as they like to pass it, passing out of that spread and running out of their tight formation with that double wing. It looked like they like to, when they run the ball, kind of aim at the tackle, and then based on his block, cut it in, cut it out, and that means your linebackers are going to have to be there. Are they ready to make that challenge?
Yeah, we're going to run a 54, so hopefully that helps us out, or we can just get guys to the point and just reading our keys and coming downhill and doing good things. That's been the goal all week.
And hopefully that interior of your defensive line, which has been pretty stout all year, is going to hold up to that and free up the linebackers so they can make the plays and keep Glenwood City off the field.
That's the goal moving forward.
So what do we have for illnesses and injuries this week?
I think we're good. We had some kids with a slow start to this week, but we'll be good.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us today on Coach's Corner, and we'll have more Viking pregame right after this.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Stay tuned. There's more Viking pregame coming up right after this brief timeout. You're listening to Viking pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
All out on 3. 1, 2, 3. All out. 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 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Bring it down.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Welcome back to the Viking pregame. Tonight we have the Vikings looking to end their season on a winning note after 4 straight losses. And we also have the Glenwood City Hilltoppers who are looking to get back on the winning track following last week's loss to Boyceville. The key to tonight's game for the Vikings is to put together sustained drives by finishing in the end zone. When the Hilltoppers have the ball, the Vikings need to be consistent in shutting down the run both on the inside and the outside. So it all adds up to some exciting high school football action right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now, in just a few moments, we'll send it out to Glenwood City High School, where we will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You've been listening to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings game. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking Football.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Colfax Viking Football is on the air. The Northern Light Webcasting Network, in conjunction with Colfax High School, proudly presents today's Colfax Vikings game. And now, out to the stadium for coverage of today's Colfax Vikings game.
And there we go. Good evening. Welcome to Glenwood City High School. Rick Olson here along with Dan Petchow and Zoe Pitts on the switcher, Chris Olson on the camera. And if you're watching us, you're watching it on Saturday because unfortunately we can't get a video signal out of Glenwood City. But if you're listening to us, you're listening live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Yeah, we'll get a little bit at least tonight.
Yeah, so we can do that anyway. But we have the Vikings wrapping up their season against the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. Hilltoppers 4-4 on the season. Vikings are 1-7. And boy, they sure like to finish on a high note.
Yeah, it'd be good to, as a team, to finish strong, for the seniors and maybe even get a look at some of the up-and-coming players. So we'll see what they can put together.
Let's see what we have here for starting lineups for Glenwood City Hilltoppers. We have Brady McCarthy at a wide receiver. At quarterback, they told us it's going to be Greg Knops, but I expect to see Bryce Whitman back there quite a bit as well. Max Jansen as a running back.
We got lots of time.
Mitch Blythe as a wide receiver. Justin Moe as a running back. And let's see, Owen Swenby on the line, along with Aaron Brigman and Noah Bright and Thomas Modi and Colin LaValle. Those are on the offensive line. Oh, one more on the offensive line, Nick Heiermeyer.
Maybe Heiermeyer. Yeah.
We'll have to listen to what the public address announcer says with that one. Anyway, for the Vikings, we have Bryce Sikora at quarterback, Nick Jensen at the tight end, Elijah Ensminger at the wide receiver, Austin Swanson as a wide receiver. He's going to be our Viking profile guest at halftime. Kate Anderson is making a trip to the line this week. Aiden McKee as a running back. Asher Pekka as a running back. And let's see, Mark Solberg, Ashton Greenwell, Dylan Hedela, and Caleb Arnson as the other
Ladies
linemen.
and gentlemen, please draw your attention to the 50-yard line.
And we've
where
got some
representatives of our
pregame.
Glenwood City cross-country team have run
It is
the game
homecoming
ball
here
from
for
Colfax to
Glenwood City,
for tonight's
and
game.
the cross-country team for Glenwood City has run the ball in from all the way from Colfax to Glenwood City.
For sectionals on Saturday, October 23rd at Boyceville. Let's give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen.
On the girls' side, they finished in third place in the conference meet yesterday, behind Colfax and Durand. And so they have brought the official game ball into the officials for tonight's game. As we're getting ready for national anthem and player introductions. And I think this is the first game this year where we've actually had the band playing as well.
Yeah.
Last week across the field, we do have the contingent from Colfax.
Yeah, last week we had to bundle up a little bit, but this week we really
have to bundle up. That's right. It's a chilly night tonight.
Yeah, I think it'll be we'll see what Colfax does tonight. If they run the ball a little more.
And we'll see how they play that quarterback position too, because they've also had quite a few times when they've had both Sikora and Tuchel playing at quarterback. And during the warm-up, Tuchel was throwing the ball about as much as Sikora was. So we'll see how that ends up playing out for tonight.
Right, because Sikora's a senior this year, so this will be his last game.
That's absolutely true. And again, we wish to apologize to those of you who are trying to listen on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service. I noticed that our internet signal there keeps dropping in and out. And we just cannot keep a signal on the video, so that's why if you're watching, it is on Saturday, and this is why we record the games as well as broadcast them.
Glenwood City Hilltoppers. The WIAA, the Dunn St. Croix Conference, Glenwood City High School, and Colfax High School require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating or taunting actions or chants will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Please enjoy the game in a positive manner. And now, please rise, if you are able, and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem by Glenwood City sophomores Sydney Grant, Haley Hanna, and Lyra Catola, and seniors Lindsay Bazil and Bella Simmons.
And that was the national anthem by a quartet of Glenwood City,
from Colfax.
a quintet. There were 5 of them, of Glenwood City students singing the national anthem with some very nice harmonies in there.
Yeah, that was a good rendition.
And the Vikings just got introduced as a team.
The Vikings are coached by Mr. Matt DeMoe. And now, for your Glenwood City Hilltoppers.
Here are the public address announcement lineup for the Hilltoppers.
Senior, number 1, Brady McCarthy. Senior, number 2, Bryce Wickman. Senior, number 5, Drew Olson. Senior, number 12, Mitchell Blease. Senior, number 23, Justin Moe. Senior, number 51, Owen Swenby. Senior, number 56, Thomas Mady. Senior, number 57, Colin LaValle. Senior, number 50, Carter Clements. And senior, number 66, Marcus DeSmith.
So there's the starting lineups for both teams. And the one we were hoping to hear the public address announcer announce, they didn't announce them. So Glenwood City's going to receive the opening kickoff. By the way, folks, those of you who are listening, right now we do have an internet signal. So I'm going to let you know that we will broadcast this game on Saturday on NLWN-TV and it will be at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, we will broadcast this game. We will attempt to keep going with our audio, and unfortunately it does drop in and out, so I wanted to make sure you got it while we had a connection. Kicking off for the Vikings, Bryce Sikora. Dropping back deep for the Hilltoppers is Brady McCarthy, and it looks like Max Jansen back deep. Sikora waiting for the whistle. He gets it. He swings the leg and drives the ball deep. Jansen with it. They fake the reverse. Jansen's got it up. He's broken, looses across the 50. He's going to take it to the house. Max Jansen with the opening kickoff. About an 85-yard touchdown kickoff return.
Yeah, the fake reverse. Found a seam in the middle, and he was gone.
Well, as the Vikings might say, what a revolting development that is.
Yeah, it might be something that special teams will have to watch here the rest of the game.
Marcus DeSmith to try the extra point. And it's out of the hold of Bryce Whitman. Whitman takes a knee. Snap, the place, the kick. Good, strong kick right through the uprights.
Making the score.
And the score, Glenwood City 7 and the Vikings 0. And you're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
Back here at Glenwood City High School, as they're getting ready to kick off to the Vikings now, the Hilltoppers are. After taking a 7-0 lead, to Smith to kick off. Back deep for the Vikings is Elijah Ensminger and Asher Pekka.
Strong.
This one's coming down to Ensminger. He gets it out across the
Number 9,
25 to about the 27-yard line.
First down, Vikings.
So the Vikings will have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. We only have yard markers on one side of the field. Makes it a little difficult to tell what yard line they're on. Vikings come up to the line of scrimmage. Tight formation. Ensminger goes in motion. Gives straight up the middle to McKee. He drives forward to about the 29-yard line.
Number 28.
Gain of a couple.
On the carry.
It's going to bring up 2nd down 8.
Short gain, 2nd down.
All right, Vikings up to the line. Again, they give up the middle, and McKee bursts through and across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. First down for the Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
Yeah, good job by the Colfax left side.
In fact, they're going to mark it on the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. You're right, the left side of that offensive line opened up a nice hole for McKee. And Sminger in motion. Sikora keeps it, Pitches it, and the ball's loose on the ground. Glenwood City falls on it.
Yes, but
is that an incomplete pass?
It would be a forward pass.
Recovered by the Hilltoppers.
If I were the Vikings, I'd sure be wondering about that because he pitched that forward.
Recovered by number 1, Brady McCarthy.
Yeah, I had a good view on that one.
But they don't have instant replay here, so. So Glenwood City has it 1st and 10 at the Viking 41-yard line. And the give coming around the left side. That's McCarthy with it. He gets it across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line.
5, Bryce Sikora. 2nd down, Hilltoppers.
Second down and about 7 from the 37. Give straight up the middle. That's Jansen with it.
Up the middle.
And he gets it down across the 35 to about the 34, 33. In fact, they're going to put it on the 32-yard line. 3rd down and 2. Glenwood City up to the line. Knop's waiting for the snap. Keep it. Penalty marker comes flying in. Jansen on the carry.
Flag on the play.
They're putting the marker at about the 25-yard line. And it's a hold against Glenwood City. Or it's an illegal block in the back, is what they're calling.
Back against the Hilltoppers.
So 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Moves it back to 3rd and
looks like about
a long 3.
For the Hilltoppers.
They're at the 34-yard line. They're at the line of scrimmage. And a pitch coming around the left side. It's McCarthy with it. Gets it down across the 30 to about the 26-yard line.
The ball carrier brought down by
that's going to be a 1st down.
Dylan Hitala.
1st down for Glenwood City at the Viking 26. Well, Dan, at least we can see the game this week.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just going to say, good job by Colfax. Just kind of stretch that play out. They didn't get the 1st down, but...
Glenwood City at the line. Knops keeps it himself, goes straight up the middle, bursts through and gets it down to about the 13-yard line.
Number 2, Theo Hovde.
Theo Hovde on the tackle for Colfax.
First and 10 for Glenwood City at the 13. Snap to Jansen. He carries it up off the right side down to about the 10-yard line.
Brought down by number 20.
I think they're going to mark it on the 11. Gain of 2.
2nd down, Hilltoppers.
2nd and 8.
Aiden McKee on the tackle.
It's an interesting formation that they're running with both Knops and Jansen receiving the snap. They're almost ankle to ankle. Jansen takes the snap, goes around the right end, fights his way down near the 5-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The ball carrier cuts it inside.
3rd and about 2.
Tackled short of the 1st down. 3rd down and about 2 for the Hilltoppers.
Glenwood City comes up to the line. Knops. Oh, snap straight to Jansen. Gets met as he goes straight into the hole. He got down to about the 4-yard line, but I think it's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're taking a look. And I think they're going to want... Oh, they gave him the 1st down. 1st and goal.
And that's enough for a Hilltopper.
That's 1st and goal from the 4. Jansen on the carry off to the right side. Very short gain. It's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Jansen running
from about the 3. Well, it's inside the 3, about the 2-yard line. Hilltoppers at the line. Jansen, toss into the end zone, complete. Pass to Mitch Blyes, and it's a touchdown. That'll make the score Glenwood City 13 and the Vikings 0. And again, DeSmith is going to try the extra point out of the hole to Wickman. Snap, the kick gets up, and it's good. So that makes a score, Glenwood City 14, Vikings 0, 6:12 to go in the first quarter. And you're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Come and join me on Halloween night as the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV bring you a Halloween Party 2021. We will bring you a selection of the finest in Halloween old-time radio broadcasts, and we'll cap it all off with the classic War of the Worlds starring Orson Welles. That's Halloween night on both the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-TV starting at 7 p.m. I'll see you then.
Okay, we're back here at Glenwood City High School, and we were just talking about the play that caused that last drive. The play that was ruled a fumble when the Vikings had the ball was, from our vantage point, a forward pass from Sikora to Ensminger, ended up on the ground because he flipped it forward, and yet they called it a fumble and gave the ball to Glenwood City.
Right, even if he does flip it, not pass it, it's still considered a forward pass.
Yes, there's nothing in the rules that say how you throw the ball. It just has to be forward.
As we've seen from Brett Favre over the years.
Yes. DeSmith boots one deep down to about the 5-yard line. Ensminger on the return, and he gets met right about the 20.
Number 9, Ensminger on the return. Tackled by number 32, Stephen
And I think
Booth.
that's where they're going to put it, is right about on the 20-yard line.
Vikings.
1st and 10 for the Vikings. I know they would like to get a little offense going here before this game gets out of hand.
Yeah, you know, they had a good drive started, and so let's see if they can put something together now.
And Sminger in motion. Again, the give to McKee. He finds some running room. He's loose, heading down the sideline, and gets it out across the 45 to about the 46-yard line.
Tackled by Brady McCarthy. First down, Colfax.
1st and 10 for the Vikings. Check that. It's at the 40-yard line. Like I said, there are only yard markers on one side of the field, and it's not this side.
Again, good job by the left side of the Colfax line.
Vikings at the line of scrimmage. Gives to McKee again. He finds a hole, gets it across the 45, this time out to the 46.
McKee, the ball carrier again.
Gain of, looks like 5 where they're going to spot it. 2nd and 5. And we have a timeout on the field. So with 5:43 to go in the first quarter, it's Glenwood City 14, Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit DairyStateBank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
Back at Glenwood City, Vikings with the ball at the 46-yard line. Ensminger in motion. And a give to McKee. This time he got met at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the snap was just a little high. Play developed slowly.
Take a loss of maybe a half a yard on that play. 3rd down.
Ashton Greenwell had a bit of a discussion with one of the defensive linemen during that play, and Ashton ended up coming up on the short end of that. Landed on his wallet back by Sikora. Sikora takes the snap, drops back, looks out into the flat. He's got Ensminger. He gets it across the 50 down to about the 47-yard line of the Glenwood City Hilltoppers.
Forced out of bounds by Mitchell Gleese.
Yeah, good out route by Ensminger.
First down for the Vikings into Glenwood City territory. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Lentz is split out wide to the left, Ensminger on the right. The breeze is picking up. Give to McKee. He gets across the 45 down to about the 43-yard line.
McKee, the ball carrier.
Gain of about 5.
Gain
Second
of
down,
about
5.
2nd down, Colfax.
Vikings at the line. Lentz on the right this time. Ensminger in motion from the left. Give to McKee straight up the middle. He gets it down across the 40 to about the 39-yard line. 3rd down and about a yard.
Yeah, good push by number 72, Colin Reinhold for Colfax.
And the Vikings come up to the line again. Tight formation this time. Double wing. Ensminger in motion. Gives straight up the middle, and it's good enough for a first down. That's McKee again.
McKee, the ball carrier. Enough for a first down for the Vikings.
1st and 10 for the Vikings. They're at the 37-yard line of the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. Ensminger split out wide to the right. Lentz to the left. Sikora looking downfield, but he's going to get sacked. Back outside the 40-yard line.
With a few of his
at about the 42.
Brings up second.
I'll make it the 41. 2nd down and about 13. Maybe 14. Sikora drops back. Looks out into the flat. He's got Ensminger. We have a penalty marker comes flying in right in the area where it's usually holding.
Number 9, Ensminger with the reception.
Ensminger got it back to the original line of scrimmage, but I think we're going to have a holding against the Vikings. We do.
Holding against the Vikings.
Those are drive killers.
Yeah, Colfax has a pretty good drive going right now. Hate to see him go backwards.
They're taking a little while to discuss this. And it's the holding call against the Vikings. Moves it all the way back to the Viking 45-yard line.
So second down, they don't have to get it all in one chunk.
It'd be pretty tough because it's about 27 yards. We have a penalty marker goes flying. And another 5 yards added on.
Against the Vikings.
Back to the 40-yard line. So that makes it second down and 32. You know what, Dan? There aren't many plays in the playbook for second and 32. Scorer has him at the line. Dropping back. Under pressure, and down he goes. Loss of 10. That's going to bring up third and 42. Back at the... Well, they're going to mark it not quite as far back as I thought. It's going to be third and 39. Scorer has him at the line. Give to McKee, and he got hung up right at the line of scrimmage. Just as he tried to make a cut to the outside.
Yeah, good tackle by number 10, Max Jansen for Glenwood City.
Fourth and somewhere over in Dunn County. We're in St. Croix County right now. Sikora getting ready to kick it away. Snap and the kick. Hits at the 40, and it's going to roll to about the 33 where it's picked up and met at about the 41-yard line. Wickman on the return.
Forced out of bounds by a couple of Vikings. Hilltoppers take.
They're going to mark it at the 42-yard line. First and 10 for Glenwood City. Hilltoppers come up to the line. They have that tight formation. Snap to Jansen. Takes it straight up the middle. And
number 10, Max Jansen.
He gets it across the 45 out to about the 48-yard line. Gain of 5.
Second and 5.
Second down 5. What they do with the two of those backs right next to each other, the one that gets the ball takes a lateral step behind the other one, and the other one serves as the lead blocker. They're at the line again. Snap to Jansen. They go to the right this time. Turns it up and gets to the Viking 46-yard line.
Yeah, good tackle by number 72 for Colfax. That would be Colin Reinhold.
Second time you've called his name tonight. First down for the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. At the Viking 46. They put a man in motion. This is Knops on the carry. And he gets it down across the 40 to about the 38-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 8, second down 2.
That good open field tackle by Ensminger.
And that is the end of the first quarter with our score.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's the Vikings 0, but the Glenwood City Hilltoppers have 14. And you're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When your lawn is looking less than desirable, you need to give it a little pick-me-up. Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. With their Morning Sun Fertilizer, your lawn will get just what it needs. Morning Sun Fertilizer is non-chemical and organic. It's suitable for both urban and rural settings. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302 for a free estimate. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, beautifying the lawns of the Chippewa Valley.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV are excited to be able to bring you Colfax High School girls basketball. We'll tip off the 2021-2022 season on Tuesday, November 16th when the Viking girls travel to Hudson to take on the Hudson Raiders. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pre-game at 6:50. That's live Colfax Viking girls basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Glenwood City High School, getting ready to start the second quarter. Hilltoppers have the ball. 2nd and 2. Last week we had the fog. Now we have mist.
Yeah,
and it's a horizontal mist because the wind is really blowing.
Yeah, I think I jinxed it.
At least it's not snow yet. Knops has the ball. He got met in the backfield that time by a trio of Vikings. Cameron Molina, Colin Reinholt.
Met first by McKee in the backfield.
And it's going to be back at about the 41-yard line, bringing up 3rd and 4. Jansen carrying it around the right end. He gets across the 40 and taken down at about the 36 or 37. It's real close to a first down.
Tackled by number 2, Theo Hovde.
It's going to be 4th and about a yard.
Makes it
Theo Hovde for Colfax on the tackle.
Hovde, one of those promising young freshmen on the Viking roster. Hilltoppers come up to the line. Jansen with it. And he got met right at the line of scrimmage, but I think he got the first down.
Tackled by McKee.
Let's see what they say here. I think he's got it.
I think he's short. Ooh, it's close.
It's really close. And I think they're going to take a look. So Dan is saying they're short. I think he's got it. But it's not by much.
Take a closer look.
We haven't had many chances to
yeah. This might be our first
use
one.
our eagle eyes this year.
Oh, I think he's
and they're going to stretch the chain.
And he's got
by half the football.
And that's a Hilltopper.
So 1st and 10 for the Glenwood City Hilltoppers at the Viking 36. Hilltoppers at the line of scrimmage. Knops and Jansen waiting for the ball. Jansen gets it, takes it off the right side, gets met after a gain of about 4.
Jansen, the ball carrier. Tackled first by 66, Cameron Molina for the Vikings.
They're going to make it a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. And the Hilltoppers come up to the line. They put a man in motion. We have a penalty marker. And we have offsides being called against the Vikings. That's going to be awfully close to first down as a result of the penalty.
That makes it
Second and very short, about a half a yard. Put a man in motion. Knops takes it, fakes it to Jansen, carries it himself straight up the middle, gets it through a hole and down to inside the 20-yard line.
Knops, the ball carrier, tackled by Ensminger.
Marked at the 18.
But enough for a Hilltopper.
First and 10.
Yeah, Ensminger hung on. Save touchdown tackle. Touchdown run there.
Hilltoppers come up to the line. Still in that running formation. Coach DeMoe was talking about that. They run out of two different formations. This is the running formation. Quick pitch this time to McCarthy going around the left end. One man hits him. Another couple hit him. He stays on his feet, but finally taken down.
McCarthy battling
down around the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to put it on the 12. Second down and about 3.
Brings up second down and about 3 for Glenwood City.
They come up to the line of scrimmage. Lizzie split out wide to the right. They hand it going around the left side, and that's Justin Moe, and he's got the first down, and he gets taken down inside the 5. They're going to mark it on about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, Colfax had a little confusion on the line there. And I think
first and goal
they probably
from the 3.
Timeout. They should have probably took a timeout there.
First and goal for the Hilltoppers.
Okay, now at least we have the audio back. For some reason we're having trouble with our video.
Yeah, the last play for Glenwood City, they tried off the left side and tackled by Ensminger for no gain.
Okay, well, we got the video back just in time to see Mac Jansen score. And I don't know why the audio is so quiet right now all of a sudden. But anyway, DeSmith is going to try the extra point.
False start, the call against the Hilltoppers.
And the Hilltoppers got called for a false start. So it's going to back them up 5 to try the extra point. Out of the hole to Wickman. Snap the place, the kick. And it's plenty of distance, and the kick is good. So the score, Glenwood City Hilltoppers 21 and the Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Customer-owned, community-minded, Synergy Co-op. Our reputation has always been true. We take pride in serving you. When you're a customer, you're the company. Always a part of one big family. Customer-owned, community-minded, Synergy Co-op.
And we're getting ready for Glenwood City to kick off to the Vikings, as they've taken a 21-0 lead with 6:44 to go in the first half. To Smith to kick it away. He approaches the ball, swings the leg. Pekka gets it, drops through his hands, picks it up, heads up the sideline on the right side, and he gets it out to about the 25-yard line. And he's kind of slow to get up over there on the right side as well. He's out of bounds over there, but he's being tended to.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Vikings.
So first down for the Vikings from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, let's see if Colfax can control the ball here for a little bit.
No fumbles, no penalties. And Sminger motioning to Hovde to move out to the outside. Sikora under some pressure and taken down. Loss of about a yard as he went around the right end.
Down by number 11, Brady Clapp. Loss of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 11.
So 2nd down 11 for the Vikings. Vikings come up in that tight formation. Lenz on the right side, and Sminger in the slot on the right. He goes in motion. Give up the middle, and there's nothing there that time for McKee. And he'll lose a little bit. We'll call it 3rd and a long 11 now.
First by number 56, Thomas Mady.
Yeah, again, the snap was a little high and play just developed slowly.
Vikings come back up to the line. McKee still the setback. Sikora waiting for the ball in. Sminger in motion. High snap over Sikora's head. McKee picks it up on his feet, trying to head back toward the line of scrimmage, and he got it back to about the 15-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 16. 4th and a long ways for the Vikings. 4th and about 20.
Tackled for a loss, brings up 4th and long for Colfax.
Fourth down, 19 yards to go. There's a snap and the kick. High end over end kick coming down at the 50. Bounces off of Jansen. He's dancing at the 50. Now he's to the 45, down to about the 42-yard line.
Max Jansen.
The ball hit the ground, bounced up and hit Jansen in the shin. And as the Vikings were closing in, Jansen picked it up, found a little bit of a hole.
43-yard line.
Yeah, big hit by number 62 for Colfax, Josiah Harder.
1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. Jansen on the carry, coming around the right side, gets met for a relatively short gain, maybe 3 yards.
Tackled by number 2, Theo Hovde. Gain of about 5.
Wow, they're going to give him 5 yards on the carry. 2nd down 5 for Glenwood City. And Jansen, pretty good-sized running back, got tackled by I believe it's the smallest guy on the Viking roster, that Theo Hovde. Vikings come up to the line, or Hilltoppers up to the line. They put a man in motion. Knops takes the snap, takes it around the right side himself, and gets knocked out of bounds down around the 30-yard line.
Knops, the ball carrier, ridden out of bounds by Hovde. But enough for a Hilltopper.
And so it's 1st and 10 for Glenwood City at the 31-yard line. Glenwood City on top, 21-0, 4:16 to go in the first half. They come up to the line. They're still in that tight formation. Snap to Jansen this time. He gives it across on a counter play to McCarthy, coming back to the left side, and he got about 5 on the carry.
A big hit by number 8, Nick Jensen for Colfax.
The thing that's making it difficult for the Vikings is that Glenwood City's getting 5 yards a crack on their first down play, which gives them 2nd and short and all kinds of playbook to work with. Snap to Jansen, goes off the right side. He's in the open, takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Max Jansen finds Peter.
He went untouched.
Touchdown.
From about the 25-yard line into the end zone.
Yeah, hit the right side of that Glenwood City line, and they opened up a hole for him.
That makes the score Glenwood City 27, Vikings 0. It's Smith to try the extra point again. So far, he's 3 for 3. Snap, the place, the kick. It's up, and it's good.
And
DeSmith is now 4 for 4.
Which makes the score.
So with 3:37 to go in the first half, it's Glenwood City 28 and the Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV are excited to be able to bring you Colfax High School girls basketball. We'll tip off the 2021-2022 season on Tuesday, November 16th, when the Viking girls travel to Hudson to take on the Hudson Raiders. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pre-game at 6:50. That's right, Colfax Viking girls basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
So once again, Glenwood City getting ready to kick off to the Vikings. Marcus DeSmith showing quite the leg.
Yeah.
And Pekka back deep to the receiver.
I wouldn't mind to have him on my team. If they had high school fantasy football.
He'd be my kicker. Eddie approaches the ball, swings the leg. Ball comes down at about the 5 or the 10-yard line. Pekka with it. Gets it out across the 25 to about the 28-yard line, where they're going to spot it 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
Number 17, Jaden Quinn. Vikings take over. 1st and 10.
Well, the one thing that the Vikings have really struggled with all season long is consistency. And that's been their bugaboo tonight. Sikora has him at the line of scrimmage, puts Ensminger in motion, snaps straight up the middle to McKee, and they're indicating there might be a fumble. And it looks like he was down by contact. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and still 10.
No gain, 2nd down, Colfax.
And we have a whistle and a timeout being called by the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. So with a timeout on the field, 2:56 to go in the first half. It's Glenwood City 28, Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV are excited to be able to bring you Colfax High School boys basketball.
This is what we came here for!
We'll tip off the 2021-2022 season on Tuesday, November 30th when the Vikings host the Amory Warriors. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:50. That's live Colfax Viking boys basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And hey, I want to remind you that the Viking volleyball team is going to begin volleyball regional action on Tuesday when the girls take on the Cameron Comets up in Cameron. And the winner of that match will then play the top-ranked team in that sectional, Unity, on Thursday. And the Viking cross-country teams will compete in the sectional cross-country meet at Boyceville next Saturday. And they're trying to earn a trip to the state cross-country meet in Wisconsin Rapids. Molly Hydorn picking up the conference championship last night down in Mondovi. Molly Hydorn and Ainsley Olson getting first-team all-conference for the Vikings. Vikings pitch the ball to McKee. He gets it across the 30. Well, they're going to mark it right on the 30. 3rd down and a long 8. Vikings try to run a reverse, and there's a lot of traffic, and you know, the one thing that'll break up a reverse faster than anything is penetration, and that's what Glenwood City had.
Yeah, number big 52, Aaron Brigham in there for Glenwood City.
And they're going to spot it back on the 25-yard line. 4th and 14. Sikora back in punt formation. Snap the kick. That's taken by Jansen. He's up around the 50. Gets met at the 48-yard line of Glenwood City and taken down there.
Yeah, good special teams by Colfax. Theo Hufty's having a big night so far for Colfax.
Smallest guy on the field making some of the biggest hits.
Yeah. It's always interesting to see what the future is going to hold for these teams.
Glenwood City comes up to the line. Knops throws it out, gets Jansen out in the right flat. He gets met by about 3 or 4 people and finally taken down. He doesn't go down after just one hit. He's across the 50 to about the 47-yard line of the Vikings. It's going to bring up second down and about 6.
Yeah, he's not a big kid, but strong.
They come up to the line quickly. Give going around the left side this time to Eggert, or check that, that's Mo. And Mo motors his way.
Oh, we have laundry.
We have a penalty marker on the play, huh?
To the north entrance of the field.
And an illegal block in the back. It's going to bring this one back because Mo had gotten down to the 35-yard line.
Block in the back is the call against the Hilltoppers.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Moves it back into Glenwood City territory to the 46-yard line. Second down, 12. Knops has the play, heads on in. Could be the last play of the half. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Split their receivers out wide to the left. They put McCarthy in motion. Pitch to McCarthy coming around the right side. He gets across the 50 down to the 45. He's still on his feet. He's in the open. He's heading towards the corner. Vikings cut him off and take him down at about the 15-yard line. Brady McCarthy on the run.
Looks like number 9, Elijah Ensminger on the tackle for Colfax.
So 1st and 10 for Glenwood City. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll have a Viking profile and then the Colfax High School report for this week. Austin Swanson will be our Viking profile. Give and heading towards the end zone, taking it in is Bryce Whitman.
Number 2, Bryce Whitman for a Hilltopper touchdown.
That makes the score Glenwood City 34, Vikings 0. Wouldn't you know it, Dan? There's still 8 seconds left on the clock.
One big special teams play for Colfax.
Make sure the volume's cranked.
Possibly.
Okay. Yeah.
It starts right away. So
All right, to Smith to try the extra point. He gets it up. Then it goes through. So it is 35-0. The Glenwood City Hilltoppers on top of the Vikings. And you're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
Oh, Dan's full of questions over here now.
So, what is the rule on extra point? Can somebody get to the holder?
I'm not sure if the rule is like it is in college. If you block an extra point and return it all the way, you can get a 2-point score.
Well, I'm just wondering if you can actually touch the holder. As in, like, hit him? You know, like
I think if he's still got the ball, you can. All right, here's the kickoff. It's a short kick. Coming down and going out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. So the Vikings will have it at the 35 with 8 seconds remaining on the clock.
Colfax takes over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the 35-yard line.
8 seconds left in the first half.
Vikings come up to the line. Sikora waiting for the snap. Give straight up. No, they give it to Ensminger coming around the left side. Ensminger lowers his head and gets run out of bounds at the 45-yard line with 1 second left on the clock. So we get to run one more play this half.
Time to air it out.
This is where our buddy John, who has done racing for us here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, would say, this is where you run 4 verts. He'd send 4 wide receivers deep. Vikings have spread things out. Score drops back. He fires it over the middle, and it's intercepted. Wickman has the interception. He gets it across the 45 out to the 50-yard line, taken down out of bounds in Viking territory, but it's halftime. So at halftime, it's Glenwood City 35, Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's edition of Viking Profile and the Colfax High School Report. That's all coming up following this brief timeout.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. Alright, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckle tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today we're talking with Mark Solberg, a junior here at Colfax High School on Viking Profile. And Mark, we know that you play football, but are you involved in any other activities here at school?
As younger, I used to play almost every sport, but right now, currently, I am football, powerlifting, and that's it. So.
Okay. When did you start playing football, and what kind of experience has it been for you?
I started playing in flag football at the earliest age I could. It's been terrific. It's been great team building and great life experiences.
So what's the most important thing you've learned playing football?
How to manage time, pretty much. Going from work to football and from practice to work. So you got to learn how to manage your time pretty good.
And not get distracted on other things and get delayed. Yeah. Yep. Welcome to life.
Yeah.
So when not playing football or not here at school, what are some other things that keep you interested or occupied?
I work at a family farm close to around me, and I work on my own family farm, doing stuff with my friends and whatnot on weekends, going fishing, hunting, everything possible under the sun outside.
So I have a few rapid fire questions for you. Just shout out the first thing that comes into your head. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Ice cream.
And your favorite flavor?
chocolate chip cookie dough.
Ooh, good choice. You're the first one that said that, so okay. Ford, Chevy, or another brand?
Ford.
Okay. And favorite NFL team?
Packers for sure.
Favorite college team?
Don't really watch college, but I'll go with Texas.
Okay. Yeah, the Longhorns. All right. If you had a superpower, what would it be and why?
Being able to read people's minds to tell if they're lying or not.
Okay, that could come in really handy, couldn't it? We're talking with Mark Solberg on Viking Profile, and what are your plans for after high school?
Take over the family farm and just be a mechanic and be a farmer.
Good idea. Yeah, we need those. How about a shout out to your family?
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for raising me to be the person I am and always encouraging me to do my best.
There you go. Now, when people come to Viking games, what number do you wear and what position do you play?
I'll be wearing number 51. I'll be playing left tackle on offense and left defensive tackle on defense.
We want to thank Mark Solberg for joining us on Viking Profile. And coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Time now for the Colfax High School report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School.
The fall sports seasons are starting to wind down at Colfax High School. The Viking volleyball team has wrapped up their regular season with a busy past week. Last Saturday, the girls traveled to Altoona to compete in the Altoona Invitational. The Vikings ran into some stiff competition, losing matches to Eau Claire North, Eau Claire Emmanuel, and St. Croix Central, all by 2-1 scores. Then on Tuesday, the girls hosted the Elmwood Plum City Wolves in a battle for first place in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference. The Vikings defeated the Wolves 3-2, and then they followed that on Thursday with their final regular season match at Glenwood City, where they defeated the Hilltoppers 3-0. The Vikings finished the regular season undefeated and capturing their 8th conference title in the past 9 years. Last Saturday, the Colfax cross-country teams traveled to Eau Claire to run in the Old Abe Invitational. The Viking girls placed 9th out of the teams, while the boys 16th. Top Viking runners for the girls were Molly Hydorn, who placed 9th out of 121 runners with a time of 20 minutes, 6.2 seconds. Ainsley Olson was 32nd with a time of 21 minutes, 43.4 seconds, and Jasmine Best finished 4th with a time of 22 minutes, 5.8 seconds. For the boys, the top runners were Ashton Yarrington, who placed 47th out of 124 runners with a time of 18 minutes, 43.8 seconds. Luke Blanchard, who finished 82nd with a time of 19 minutes, 44.2 seconds. And Jaron Lowe, who was 91st with a time of 20 minutes, 31.5 seconds. Yesterday, the Viking runners competed in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference cross-country meet in Mondovi. The Viking girls team placed 2nd overall, just 4 points behind first place Durand. Winning the meet and earning conference champion and all-conference honors was Molly Hydorn with a time of 20 minutes, 42.6 seconds. Also earning all-conference first-team honors was Ainsley Olson, who placed 7th with a time of 22 minutes, 12.9 seconds. This is the 3rd year in a row that Hydorn and Olson have earned first-team all-conference honors. Earning second-team all-conference honors were Kaysen Goodell, who finished 11th with a time of 22 minutes, 42.9 seconds, and Jasmine Best, who finished 12th with a time of 22 minutes, 44.6 seconds. The Viking boys team placed 5th overall. Top finishers for the Vikings was Luke Blanchard with 13th with a time of 19 minutes, 31.5 seconds. That was good enough to earn Blanchard's second-team all-conference honors. Coming up this next week, the volleyball regionals will begin on Tuesday as the Vikings travel to Cameron to take on the Cameron Comets. The winner of the match will play on Thursday against top-ranked Unity. Next Saturday, October 23rd, the Viking cross-country teams will compete in the WIAA sectional meet in Boyceville to try to earn a trip to the state cross-country meet. The top 2 finishing teams will earn their trip to the state cross-country meet on October 30th at the Ridges Golf Course in Wisconsin Rapids. In other school news, there will be no school on Monday, October 18th. And that's what's happening at Colfax High School.
You've been tuned to the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is more Viking halftime and then second half action.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up is second half action of today's Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Well, we're back here at Glenwood City High School, getting close to being ready to start the second half of this game with the Vikings trailing 35-0. So that means that we will probably be in running time this second half. Dan, what do the Vikings need to do to turn things around and get at least something going?
Yeah, you know, this late in the game, I'd like to see the coach bring in some of the new players, maybe like the freshman and sophomore, and take a look at them.
Preview coming attractions.
Yeah, I think seniors did all they could do today. I noticed that in practice they had number 18, Gavin Perrin.
Mm-hmm.
He was taking some snaps, so we'll see if they do something with him. And
maybe Theo Hovde could get a few shots at quarterback. He does that for the JV. And the Vikings will be receiving the kickoff to start the second half, as their kick return team is out on the field. Pekka and Hovde are back deep to receive for the Vikings, so Theo Hovde is in there.
Theo Hovde had a good first half.
Especially on defense. He was sticking his nose in there and making some things happen.
Also, I see number 72,
Colin Reinhold was also making some noise out there. And getting ready to kick off for the Glenwood City Hilltoppers is Marcus DeSmith. Smith has the ball teed up, waiting for the whistle. He approaches, swings the leg, drives it deep. Pekka gets it right at the goal line, and he's coming out to about the 15, and he's swarmed under at that point.
The ball carrier.
Asher Pekka gets it out to the 15-yard line, where it's going to be first down for the Vikings.
Vikings start first.
We'll have to see what they come out with to start this second half. They're at the 14-yard line is where they ended up spotting the ball. Sikora in the pistol. Makia tailback. Ensminger in motion, gives it to Ensminger, coming around the right side, and he did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ensminger on the carry.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Tackled by McCarthy and a host of
Yeah, number 1, Brady McCarthy didn't get fooled on that and held his position for the Hilltoppers.
And Dan, I got to thank you. You're a good man. bringing me this hot chocolate here at halftime. He made the trip. You have to walk halfway to Montana to get to the concession stand, but
just enough to warm it up.
McKee with the carry off the left side.
28, McKee, the ball carrier.
And he lost about a yard.
No gain. Third
they're going to
down.
put it right back at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 11. Now, the Viking offensive line was opening some holes in the first half, but early. Then Glenwood City made some adjustments. Sikora drops back, throws it out in the flat, and some miscommunication that time. I think he thought Jensen was going to head over toward the sideline. I think Jensen was the intended receiver, and Jensen kind of headed it downfield. 4th and 11. Back deep to receive are Wickman and Jansen for Glenwood City. Sikora in punt formation. Snap, the kick, low kick. Rolls out to the 35-yard line of the Vikings. Sikora kind of hurried that kick to get it away, and I don't think that kick cleared the heads of the Viking linemen. I think it went between them. That's like something I would have done.
Look out if you're going down the field.
All right, Hilltoppers at the line. They give it coming around the left side. And this is Mo on the carry. He gets it down to about the 20-yard line.
Number 9, Ensminger. Enough for
We're going to mark it on the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 for Glenwood City.
Ensminger on the tackle for Colfax.
McCarthy split out wide to the right. Lee's on the left. They give it to Mo going around the right end. He gets it down to the 10. Penalty marker comes flying in. A couple of penalty markers
Mo, the ball carrier,
come flying in.
flag on the field.
Mo got it down to about the 5-yard line, but I think it might be coming back. Holding's the call against Glenwood City.
Break for Colfax.
And for anybody who is running, yes, we are in running time because the clock is still running. So the result of the penalty is going to make it 1st down and about 12.
Makes it about 1st down and 13 for the Hilltoppers.
They come up to the line of scrimmage. Blees is off to the left. They're lined up on the right hash. Knops gives it to Jansen, coming around the left side. Spins out of one tackle. Now heads towards the pylon. And putting his head down and making the tackle is Ensminger.
Jansen with the spin and the carry.
Jansen gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Ensminger.
It's going to be 1st and goal.
And that's a Hilltopper.
Good job by number 9, Elijah Ensminger, to stay with that play and stop the touchdown.
The thing we tend to forget sometimes, Ensminger's only a sophomore. We're going to see him for a couple more years yet. Hilltoppers at the line. Knops takes a snap. Gives it to Mo going around the right side. Cuts it up, heads towards the end zone, and he's in.
Justin Mo
with the touchdown, making the score. Glenwood City 41, Vikings 0. And DeSmith is going to try to be 6 for 6. Snap, the place to kick. It's up. And it's good.
And to Smith.
So the score with 6:17 to go in the third quarter. Glenwood City 42, Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not. Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
And we're back at Glenwood City High School. This reminder that you can join NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network on Tuesday, November 16th. That's just a month and a day from today as we bring you Colfax girls basketball. The girls will tip off their season at the Hudson Raiders. Coverage on the 16th begins with Viking pregame at 6:55 on both the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-TV. To Smith to kick it away, and it's coming down to Pekka. He takes it at the 20, cuts to the outside. He's heading down the sideline, cuts it back in. He stepped out of bounds.
Number 33.
He stepped out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Returning the kick. And steps out of bounds.
And so the Vikings will have it there, 1st and 10.
At the Viking 45-yard line.
Good field position for Colfax.
Make that the 43-yard line.
Vikings at the line. And Sminger in motion. Gives straight up the... No, and Sikora kept it himself. Cuts it around the left side, and he got across the 45. I think that's all they're going to give him, too. Gain of 2, 2nd down 8. Oh, we have a penalty. I didn't see the flag.
Holding is the call.
But a holding penalty against the Vikings. You know, Vikings have a hard enough time getting first downs. They don't need to make it any more difficult on themselves.
Yeah, they've had a few penalties tonight.
The ball is marked back at the 35-yard line. 1st and 18. Sikora in trouble and taken down way back.
Sikora. Tackled for a loss
inside the 25-yard line, down at about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, tackled by number 56, Thomas Mady.
Second down and about 30. Actually, about 31. 2nd and 31. Snap and give straight up the middle. There's nothing there. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Aiden McKee on the carry. Short gain for the...
3rd down, and the Vikings need to get it to somewhere around St. Cloud.
One thing they haven't done much tonight is gone deep. Might be time to do
And
it.
Sikora just has not had any time to do that. High snap, and Glenwood City falls on it.
Fumble on the play.
The snap came back to Sikora High. McKee almost fell on it, and he wasn't able to do it, though, and Glenwood City comes away with the ball at about the 22-yard line of the Vikings.
Yeah, there's been 3 or 4 exchanges between quarterback and center that have been just a little bit high for Colfax.
So the give to Mo going around the right side. He turns the corner, and he heads it down inside the 10.
Justin Mo on the carry. First
and he's got it at the 9. So first and goal from the 9 for the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. $42-0. Glenwood City on top. Clock winding down in the third quarter. Knops takes a snap. Gives it to Mo coming around the left side. This time ball's loose on the ground and the Vikings fall on it.
Fumble on the play.
See what they call.
And it's first down Vikings. They're deep in their own territory, back at about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, good job by the Colfax defense there to get turnover.
Vikings at the line. Score takes a snap. They give it straight up the middle. Check that. That's Tuchel. And take him down in the backfield. Back at about the 1-yard line
McKee, the
is
ball
McKee.
carrier. Tackled first by Mady.
Brian Tuchel in at quarterback for the Vikings. Looks like they're going to mark it on the 2. Where his forward progress was stopped. Second down, a long 11. High snap. Vikings fall on it, but it's a safety back in the end zone. The snap was over Tuchel's head. Oh! Glenwood City fell on the loose ball.
By number 11, Brady Clatt.
And Brady Clatt falls on the ball in the end zone. Glenwood City touchdown.
And that's the end of the third quarter.
That score will make it 48-0. And we've got the extra point attempt coming up before the end of the quarter. And Smith to try the extra point. Snap, place, kick is up. And Smith is 7 for 7.
Third quarter ends with the score.
So that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Glenwood City 49, Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Your life. Pleasant Valley Properties provides affordable housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties, 301 Bremer Avenue in Colfax.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining? Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Dr. Bruce Buckley and his staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380.
And we're back here at Glenwood City, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Vikings trailing 49-0. And we've been on these kind of scores a lot this year, and that has not been what the goal was, that's for sure. Pekka on the return. Gets out across the 20. Across the 25. He's going to get out to about the 26-yard line. Asher Pekka.
For the Vikings. Takes it out to about the 26-yard line, and the Vikings
have it first and 10 at their 26.
One sustaining drive. That's what I'm looking for.
It'd be nice to see them at least play on schedule so that you're not second and long or even first and long. Ensminger in motion. High snap again. Tuchel pulls it down. Pitches to Ensminger going around the right end. Ensminger gets the corner turn. We have a penalty marker come flying in.
Ensminger with the carry.
Ensminger got across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Gain of about 5. But let's see what the call is. This is where they usually have holding. And they're talking to Glenwood City, so I'm sure it's going to be. Holding is the call against the Vikings. So here we go again with
the call against the Vikings.
Yeah, let's see if
behind schedule.
See if there's any personnel changes for Colfax yet or not.
I don't think aside from Tuchel at quarterback, I haven't seen any.
At the 21-yard line.
Lentz splitting out wide to the left. And Sminger out wide to the right. And Sminger goes in motion. You give it straight up the middle to McKee. He drives forward. Got back to the original line of scrimmage, about 26. I think they're going to mark it on the 25. So it's going to be second down and a long 10.
Gain of about 5 brings up second down and 10.
I see number 22, Kate Anderson for Colfax.
So he must have changed jerseys back because we were told he'd be 72 today. Looking downfield, pass is intercepted by McCarthy. He takes it over to the left side, heading down the sideline, gets knocked out of bounds at about the 20-yard line of the Vikings. Tuchel's pass got intercepted by McCarthy.
Yeah, just a little bit high. He had
Take over there.
22, Kate Anderson down the field. Just got away from him.
First and 10, Hilltoppers at the 21-yard line.
Hilltoppers come up to the line. They split McCarthy out wide to the right. Knops takes a snap, gives it to Mo going around the right end. He's got it down to about the 10 and inside the 10-yard line to about the 7.
Mo, the ball carrier.
Mo has it down, and they're going to mark it at the 8. So it's going to be first and goal from the 8. And there's Theo Hovde in on another play.
Yeah, Theo Hovde's
from about the 9-yard line.
making his name known tonight.
Hilltoppers at the line. Mo in the backfield with Knops. Knops gives it to Mo going around the left side. Turns it up and gets down to near the 5.
Mo, the ball carrier.
They're going to mark it right at about the 6-yard line. Again, McCarthy split out wide to the right. And Blees out to the left. Giving it to Mo, going around the right side, turns the corner, heads towards the goal line and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Justin Moe in for the Hilltopper touchdown.
That makes it 55-0. Hilltoppers on top. And mercifully, they're going to keep the clock running even though they scored. It's running time is supposed to stop after scores. Smith. Let's see if he's 8 for 8. No! The Vikings got a hand on it that time. So his streak ends at 7.
And no good, which leaves our score.
So the score remains Glenwood City 55, Vikings 0, and you're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Number 2-3-3-2.
Well, we're back here at Glenwood City where the Vikings trail 55-0. Chilly, crisp fall evening, mid-October.
Halloween's just around the corner.
And then comes basketball. And we've got a whole bunch of basketball lined up for this year. The Smith comes up, kicks the ball. It's picked up about the 15-yard line, and they get it out across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Hovde on the return.
Number 2, Theo Hovde on the return.
So 1st and 10 for the Vikings. And they come up to the line of scrimmage. Tuchel at quarterback. Vikings in that tight formation. They put a man in motion. Snap to Tuchel, tosses it around to McKee, and McKee just really had nowhere to go with it. The left side was pretty well closed down, and he cut back into the middle.
McKee, the ball carrier, tackled by number 6, Elijah Nerby.
It's a loss of about a yard, 2nd and 11. 5:34 to go in the game. Splitting out wide to the right is Bryson Tuchel. Or check that, he's on the left. Give to McKee, and he got met as soon as he got the ball handed to him. The Vikings aren't getting much help from the offensive line right now.
Tackle made.
That's back at the 28-yard line.
For the Vikings.
So 3rd down and about 16. Vikings at the line. Tuchel waiting for the snap. Gives it to McKee. Ball's on the ground. McKee falls on it. Penalty marker did come flying in.
Flag on the play.
Play went for a loss of about 5. It's a low block, chop block being called against the Vikings, but I think they might actually decline this.
One name I haven't called all season for Colfax, they had number 12 out there wide.
Colton Lemon.
Colton Lemon.
And as the clock is running, yeah, they declined the penalty, so now the Vikings bring their punting team out. Sikora back in punt formation. Here's a snap and the kick. Much better kick this time, and it gets a Viking roll, and it goes down inside the 35. And that time, actually, Theo Hovde made kind of a freshman mistake because that ball was heading the direction the Vikings wanted it to go, and Hovde dove on it and stopped it from rolling.
Number 3, the winning ticket is.
Yeah, I wonder if he thought that if it'd go out of bounds, it was a penalty or something, because he jumped on it awfully quick.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have mattered because that's where the ball would have been on a punt. So he did not have to dive on that ball at all. But as he gains experience, he'll get that part figured out. First and 10 from the 34-yard line for the Hilltoppers. 2.5 minutes remaining in the game. And the Hilltoppers are going to kneel it out. They went into victory formation. 2 minutes remaining.
Hilltoppers down the ball, second down.
Hilltoppers at the line. Kind of waiting. Snap, and he drops to a knee. This is Knops at quarterback. Brings up third down and about 12. And the Hilltoppers just kind of waiting. They will get a signal from the official back in the Viking defensive backfield as to what the play clock has left on it. His hand is up. Now he's counting, and the Hilltoppers take a knee. Brings up fourth down.
That makes it fourth down, Glenwood City.
They'll run one more play. And I suspect the Vikings won't hurry any too much to get the offense out there to run a final play.
Yeah, we don't have a play clock in high school, so.
There is, but it's kept by the official on the field. So when he sticks his hand up in the air, see, that's 10 seconds remaining, just like he stuck his hand up there. And when he starts to wave it, now he's waving it, there's 5 seconds, and he drops to a knee. And that's going to do it. The clock hits 0, so the final score, Glenwood City Hilltoppers 55, Vikings 0. We'll be back with Viking post-game right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform like you want, you first need to know about your soil. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for the Chippewa Valley.
Come and join me on Halloween night as the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV bring you a Halloween Party 2021. We will bring you a selection of the finest in Halloween old-time radio broadcasts, and we'll cap it all off with the classic War of the Worlds starring Orson Welles. That's Halloween night on both the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-TV starting at 7 p.m. I'll see you then.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out Chic and STEM to get started.
This has been Colfax Viking Football, live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in conjunction with Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Postgame, where I'll look back at today's game.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma.
No. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
Time now for Viking Postgame, with our wrap-up of today's Colfax Vikings game. And now, back out to the stadium.
Well, we're back here at Glenwood City High School, where the Vikings dropped one to the Hilltoppers. 55-0 in the final game of the season for a number of these players. The Viking players are kind of gathered out there in the middle of the field right now, and realizing that this is it for many of them for their football careers. And it was a disappointing season for them. Finished with a record of 1-8, but 2 of those 8 losses were those games where they were COVID games, and they came right after the Vikings got their 1 win and were riding kind of high, and they were against teams that they matched up with pretty well. And I know that they feel like they could have had a much better season, but it has to be frustrating for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, you know, they show up every day to practice, do their drills, do their training, and, you know, I've been on that end of the spectrum too, where you just can't get it together. But the next year comes, and you just never know.
Yeah, and they're, you know, hats off to the seniors who put their years in to play for the Vikings. But there's some exciting things with some of these young guys coming up that I know there's a lot of optimism on the Viking coaching staff for upcoming years for the Vikings. But, you know, the old saying is, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And the Vikings have been struggling for a number of years now, and I think they've forgotten how to do that. And when things don't go well, you see a change in the way they play the game, and you could sure see it tonight. Somewhere in the second quarter, all of a sudden, you know, things weren't going well. A couple breaks went against the Vikings, and Glenwood City was on top by a couple touchdowns. And all of a sudden, the holes weren't there for the running backs anymore. Quarterbacks didn't have any time to throw the ball, and it just became a continuing problem for the Vikings.
Yeah, you know, they got some good talent out there. I think they're the most improved player this year would be number 66, Cameron Molina.
I think he's come a long ways. There are a couple of others. I think Elijah Ensminger really is, on both sides of the ball, has been playing pretty well and played with a lot of heart. He was putting a lot of effort in there.
Yeah, we started to see number 2, Theo Hubsey, here in the last couple games, and he looks like a promising future too.
So we've got more Colfax athletics coming up for you in just about a month, Dan.
Wow.
Hey, yeah, we got girls basketball coming up. Don't forget to join us for that on Tuesday, November 16th, as we bring you the Colfax girls basketball season opener against the Hudson Raiders over in Hudson. And coverage on the 16th will begin with Viking pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service, NLWN-TV, at 6:55 p.m. on November 16th. Also, don't forget that the Viking volleyball team is going to start regional volleyball action on Tuesday. They're going to travel up to Cameron to take on the Comets, and the winner of that match will then head over to Unity to take on top-ranked team in the sectional, Unity. That'll be on Thursday. Viking cross-country teams will compete in the sectional cross-country meet at Boyceville on Saturday to try to earn a trip to the state cross-country meet in Wisconsin Rapids. Also, don't forget, I'm kind of excited about this, Dan. Start making your plans to tune in to either the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service or NLWN-TV for our Halloween Party 2021. We're going to bring you some of the finest in Halloween-themed old-time radio programs, including the most famous Halloween broadcast of all time. That's Orson Welles in War of the Worlds. That's on Halloween night, starting at 7 p.m. on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I'll watch
a lot of fun.
I'll watch it with the lights on.
Yay, chicken. I'm going to turn off the lights and just have a scary jack-o'-lantern glowing in the corner or something. So anyway, tonight's Colfax High School football game has been brought to you by the Colfax Animal Hospital, Dairy State Bank, Midwest Environmental Consultants, Anderson Bridge, Synergy Co-op, Slayton's Technology, Pleasant Valley Properties, the Security Agency, Kyle's Buff and Shine. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking football throughout the 2021 season on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. So for Dan Petchow, Zoe Pitts on the switcher, Chris Olson on the camera, this is Rick Olson. That final score one more time, Glenwood City 55, Vikings 0. You've been tuned to Viking Postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Vikings game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.